Welcome to the Inspired Composites live stream. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of 3D modeling work, and if you guys have any questions as you join, go ahead and ask. I don't know how I'm gonna check the chat while I'm doing it, but I'll check every once in a while and answer as many questions as I can as I go through the modeling process. So let's see. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I have a design that I'm working on. This design is called the Spirit R, and I'm going to take a few parts from this car, and right now it's only drawn in curves and I have no surfaces drawn just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few parts. I think I'm going to take the windshield, and I'm going to take the rear spoiler or the rear wing and I'm going to model it, and then we're going to see how it looks as a surface on the curve drawing. I'm not sure if you guys can tell if it even looks like a car to you guys. It looks like a car to me because I drew it, but if you guys can make it out, then that's good. So here's a tip in Rhino 3D that I always do, because when you're modeling, like if you're looking at this screen and there's hundreds of curves, and it's really hard to kind of select the curves you want and move it around, and it gets confusing. So what I usually do is I open up another instance of Rhino, and then whatever parts that I want to work on, I will take it from the original. So if I want to make the windshield, I'll take the windshield curves, I'll copy it, I'll paste it in the new window of Rhino, and then I just have that selected curves that I can use to work on the windshield. And then after I'm done modeling the windshield, I can actually take it, copy it, and paste it back into the original. I think we're going to do the wing first. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the wing. We'll do both. Did it paste successfully though? And it did not. Let's try that again. There you go. And I'm going to minimize this, and then we can start working on our surfaces. Yo, what's up, Sanjay? How's it going? I guess you're the only guy here. Alright, rear wing or windshield first? I'm going to start the rear wing. You know what I want this to look like? I want it to look like a F40 wing, sort of something that resembles that. I think we got something close to there. Alrighty. Alright, we're going to draw new curves for this. We're not going to be using the curves that we have drawn. We're going to use new curves. Okay. And It's lagging. I don't know if I could continue doing this. It's starting to lag. I need a new computer. Alright. And then this goes back down this way. I think for this one, since I can't get too detailed, I'll just keep it real basic and we'll keep it moving from there. Maybe I'll just do the rear wing for now. Alright. We're going to move it into place where the old curve was going to be. I don't know why I did that. Why did you do that? I know why. Alright. Let's get rid of the old one. And I'm gonna make a surface out of what we just made. Let me extend this one 2 inches. Curve, and then curve network. So let's call this piece the stand, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste it, then I'm going to move one of them about 1 inch, actually a little bit more than that, move about 1.5 inches, and then from about, do I want to angle it? Maybe. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bend it in a little bit towards the bottom. We'll fuck with that. We'll leave that. That's good for us. I'm gonna extend these a little bit because as we bent them, they got a little bit shorter. Extend one. And then if we go from the side view, we can draw the other line. Split. Starting to lag a little bit. Split. And then curve network. Move this microphone is right by the keyboard. that's no good. Okay. Alright, so now that we have the outer and inner surface of our wing that's going to hold our spoiler, or that wing part, we're going to use a tool called loft, and what it's going to do is going to take one edge and create a surface with the other edge to the other edge. Oops. You know what? We do this side. No, that's not what I want. Then we can, since the top side of the wing has all four sides, we can use curved network to create the surface for the top side. And then the bottom, curved network, just real fast here. So now that we have something like a closed solid, if we join them, it will be a closed solid. And we can use a tool called fillet edge to fillet the edges of the solid. Let me fillet this first. Fillet edge 25. See how that looks for us. What a bitch. Alright, there you go. And then, hold on. You gotta be kidding me. Let's undo that. Join. Fillet edge. Let's do the other edges first. Let's see how that goes. Yo, there's a few more people in here. How would you reproduce a model of a car? So how many times can you use one of your how many times can you use one of your foam boards to form to the fiberglass parts? By the way, you make great videos. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. For the foam board, when you make the plug, it depends how you hard coat it. If you use epoxy, 2-part epoxy, and you use fiberglass cloth, and if you can build up enough thickness and then enough hardness on the plug, then you can make molds. You can make a few molds from the plugs, but I don't see why you would need to make that many molds. What you want to do is you want to make a set of molds, and then you can make parts from the molds, as long as your molds are nice and durable. So it really doesn't matter how many parts you can make from the foam. That's really all just to make one set of molds, and once you have the molds, that's what's important. Alright, we're gonna continue modeling. I hope this works out this time. What's wrong with this thing? Why won't it do its job? Select edges to fill it. do your job. Is there a... Alright, we're gonna have to dissect this. I'm gonna have to cut this. I should really be working on customers' projects right now. I'm not doing this, but I'm bored. Alright, that'll work for us. We'll take what we can get. And let's go ahead and try to fillet the other edges. That works. Edge. That kind of worked. I think it did work. Yeah, it did work. We just had another copy of that surface there. Look at it in the rendered view. It's alright, we could have done better, but it's gonna have to do for now. Let's see. Can copy paste that center line. Mirror. Alright, we're getting close. We're getting real close. Let's fix this so that it's more straight. Do we want to make it really straight? Well, we'll give it a little slight curve. Everything's gotta have a slight bend. Curve, paste, right, top, drag that out a little bit. It's gonna be about right. It's gonna be about right there. We're gonna draw the side curves for this wing and make sure that we attach it. And then we can mirror that. Should land on the other side, and we can split. No. Split. Alright. Come on. There you go. Alright, let's see if we got everything. Looks like we got it. We're just gonna bend it. Or we're not gonna bend it, we're gonna rotate it. Because we want our wing to be at an angle. Yay. Look at that. Yay. Look at that. Alright. We're getting closer. Okay. We can make a curved network out of that. We can copy, paste, move this one down. We'll move it down about 0.5 inches. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to loft it. Loft. Use the edges. Loft. Use the edges. We're going to join these, and then we can do a fillet edge to round our corners, and the one on the other side. That thing, it never works. It doesn't want to work. It never does want to work, man. Alright, we'll take what we got. Alright, then we can put it back into our model and see what it looks like. It kind of looks a little janky and generic, but I mean, something basic. Let's see what you guys are doing. I'm working on making some carbon fiber parts, vents for a Porsche GT3 RS. How would you draw a model of the vents so I could make well, you need to take to make a 3D model of the vents. If you can't scan it or have someone scan it for you, yeah, just take dimensions off of the vents and you use those dimensions to model it in CAD. Basically, that's kind of like the old school way, or that's still kind of the way people do it. But because of 3D scanning, there's some hobby equipment that you can scan those with for cheap, but there's a lot of companies out there that have the professional scanners, and they might charge you like $200 to scan a small piece like that. I'm not sure how big that carbon fiber vent is, or for that Porsche GT3. And how do you even have one of those? Is that for your car? That's ridiculous. Who are you snitching on, man? What are you talking about? Don't snitch on me. Richard's dick has a slight bend. That's funny. Alright. So let me copy and paste this spoiler that I just drew, and let's see how it looks on the model. Yay! Yay! It looks ridiculous. It looks alright. Oh, you know what we can do? We can turn off ISO curves on this. If I remember how to do it. Yep. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Alright, I think that's it. That's all the 3D modeling I'm going to do today. Let me turn this shit off. You guys have any more questions? For the few of you, thanks for coming in my live stream and asking a few questions. I'll see you guys next time, man. Peace.